Welcome back to Teeny Bopper TV Breakdown. Today we recap Breaker High, episode 29, Moon Over Tamira. We start with Sean failing yet again to ask a girl out. Tamira sees the whole thing from behind the coffeehouse counter and advises him to be himself and maybe his nervous habits will go away. Then completely contradicts herself as she starts hyperventilating when her newest crush Spencer appears. She breathes into a paper bag that happens to have biscotti crumbs in it, and Sean cracks a Star Trek joke that Tamira immediately gets as they chant, "Beam me up, biscotti," in unison. Is this the episode where they finally realize they should date each other? Given the episode title, it may be more one-sided. Later in one of their cabins, Tamira and Denise are working on a chemistry project, the science kind, and Denise calls Tamira out for only being able to talk about Sean. Tamira denies having a crush on him, but it becomes pretty obvious that she's mostly just afraid to ruin their friendship. In a game of truth or dare, Tamira is essentially coerced to kiss Sean. She gets him on the cheek, and he's stunned and runs away. Then when she tries to find him in his cabin, she accidentally walks in on him naked. One guess on how well he takes that. Captain Ballard and Max have actually been getting along pretty well, so Alex is confused when he starts complaining about the captain to Max, and instead of agreeing, Max defends his dad. They actually start fighting, and this is the part the captain catches, so Max is grounded. Cassidy is sure that if Max is honest with his dad about the impetus behind the fight, he'll be let off, and have a later curfew than Rugrats, but Max isn't so sure. When Cassidy offers to tell the captain herself, Max tells her to stay out of it, not wanting his girlfriend to fight his battles for him. Cassidy may not go to Captain Ballard, but she does go to Alex and asks him to tell the captain the fight was his fault. Sean attempts to ask another girl out and uses the same Star Trek joke on her. Unlike Tamira, she absolutely does not get it. Back in their cabin, it's the guy's turn for a heart-to-heart when Jimmy tells Sean it's time to admit Tamira has all the qualities he wants and looks to be the one for him. Sean tries to deny it for a minute, but seems to realize it's true. Alex does what Cassidy asks after all, basically telling the captain he didn't think Max would take the ribbing so hard, given that when Alex was a kid, he and his football teammates would rag on their coach, who also happened to be his dad. Captain Ballard understands and says he'll go speak to Max. Max's adjusted punishment is hitting some golf balls with his dad, just like they were doing before the fight. Aww. Sean goes to the coffeehouse to try and talk to Tamira, but the guy behind the counter says he just missed her. She's out with Spencer. Sean pretends to be happy for her, but we can tell he's devastated. He's still moping at the coffeehouse when Tamira gets back early from her date, which she tells her coworker was only okay. She asks Sean to go for a walk and starts hyperventilating while doing so. Sean starts hiccuping, which we saw earlier in this episode was his sign of being nervous around a girl. They both notice and try to deny their symptoms to each other, but wind up breathing into the same paper bag. Sean tells Tamira she looks pretty, and that's where the episode ends. I really hope this is a two-parter. Don't change that channel. We'll be right back on Teeny Bopper TV Breakdown.